Hey everyone, welcome in. I'm Jess. I'm joined by my partner David, aka Gus or Not.
Gus or Not.
And
Hi,
it's
folks.
another time for D and J Plays. D and J Plays.
Because we like to play games together.
And I'm J.
And I'm a D.
So today
What's up, everybody?
we are playing Disney Animated from Funko Games. And this was one of those games where I was really excited about, and then I found out that it was co-op with like asymmetrical player powers, and I was like, oh.
Yes. All the good things.
This is going to be awesome. So, yeah, and thankfully at Gen Con, it was kind of one of those sleeper games that not a lot of people like were talking about, so it was in like their hidden room and things. So I was really glad to be taking this home. So we're going to play a two-player medium difficulty, standard difficulty, they say.
Yeah. We don't want to like cry, so we're not going expert.
Right.
But we also don't want to feel like full of ourselves.
Right.
So we're not going beginner.
Yeah.
We're going standard.
And we do lots of co-ops together, and a lot of times we go through them and we rate them, right? Of like, oh, that was really simple, or that wasn't too difficult, or oh my gosh, what the heck did we just play? Like my brain hurts, you know.
We got demolished.
So, yeah. Hello to everybody in the chat. I see Giggles is here. Hello. Hey. Panda is here. Tokra is here. Hello. They say, I just got this game shipped. Excited to give it a try. Well,
excellent.
Awesome. Hopefully this game will kind of, tonight will kind of help you see how it plays. Yeah. Hello, Legends DM. Panda, I made you a chat message, so when you come into the chat, you can play it. I don't know if you played it. I don't think you played it yet. But I made your chat message, Panda. So, and hopefully it works.
Turn in some points. Let's know Panda's here.
Yeah.
Panda! How's it going, Panda?
Yay! It worked! Yay!
Panda's in the house.
Panda's here. Legend says, go Team Gus or Not. I know it's cooperative.
Hey, that's a 2-for-1 route right there.
And shout out to the amazing Kestrel 5 for making that little clip for Panda. So there you go, Panda. Yeah, I love it so much. So, okay.
Oh, and fun facts.
Yes.
So Jess and I are both big Disney fans.
Yes.
Jess, where was our first date?
Our first date was actually at Disneyland Park in California.
We both happened to have annual passes, and when we found out that we would like Disney, we're like, hey, what you doing?
We should go to Disneyland together.
Go to Disneyland, and we had a wonderful time,
yes.
And the magic was real. And Jess,
fun fact,
where did we go for our honeymoon?
We went to Disney World in Florida for our honeymoon.
So when we saw that this was Disney animation, and one of the favorite things that we love to do at Disneyland, if you haven't been to it, or if you have been to it, you'll know what we're talking about. If you haven't been to it, we highly recommend you taking a chance on it when you get to one of the Disney parks and experience the magic. They have the Animation Academy where they teach you how to draw the characters.
Yes. And
so you get this big old piece of paper. You get a mat, like one of those big pencils that you got in kindergarten that's like extra fat. And it has no eraser, and they purposely tell you, notice there's no eraser. Because this is just about like sketching and getting used to them. But they teach you how to do like the shapes and the forms.
Yes.
And at the end of it, you get to have one of the characters drawn.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. So when we saw Disney animation as a game, we're like, done deal. Like, yes.
Yeah. And hello, Timey. Thank you so much for the confetti. Appreciate that.
Ooh.
Panda says she loves the Animation Academy. I wish I could learn them all. Yeah. So there was a point where we were at Disney for a while during the day, and we were like, how many can we like get to? Because that day we went, it was really warm outside. The temperature was really warm, and the crowds were pretty substantial. So it's air conditioned. It's about a 45-minute session, And so to be in a nice, cool, air-conditioned like theater room, and that's just totally chill. They have some light music, just drawing.
It's very zen.
Yeah. And then you hear people going, it looks terrible. And the illustrator, the animator is like, no, let's show your paper. And like, they're super encouraging. And so it's really cool. So we've done quite a few of those, and we have like a nice little binder of all of our art. So this was like also on our list of like, yes, we want to play this game. So David, let's get down to the table, and I'll have you do the rundown overview teach of this.
Okay. Look at all this wonderfulness.
And if anybody has any questions in the chat, please let us know. Panda says, it's so expensive to go to Disneyland, I had to give my annual pass. Well, yeah, we had to give up our annual passes like years ago.
It's brutal.
Because we were at the time when we lived in Southern California, and they had a specific pass for Southern California residents.
There was an era.
Yeah.
Kid you not. $99 annual pass.
Mm-hmm.
It was only good like Monday through Thursday, and there was tons of blackout dates or whatever. But when you live there, it's not that hard to get over. $99. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
So yeah, it was gone, and they had all these different tiers that just didn't really make sense, and now it's just like, oh my gosh, especially with the Star Wars stuff there. Yeah, parking is like $30. Yeah.
Parking itself is $30.
Yeah. There was a time, Panda, where we would park a little tidbit for the people in the know. We would park at downtown Disney, and it was like free for the first 2 hours. So we would park there, go in, like eat dinner or something, and leave. And then we're like, cool, that's awesome.
Yeah, maybe hit a ride or whatever.
Yeah, depending on time. And so, yeah. Those days are gone. Legend says, I like that this game has the same mechanic as Civilization, New Dawn, and Ark Nova.
Yeah, this sliding that we'll talk about, the action track that you get to select, things get more powerful the longer you leave them there.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, Panda says now downtown Disney max is 2-hour parking, no longer daily parking. I did that when it was free. If you bought something or ate something, you got extra time. Yeah. Yeah, they're nickel and diamond, everybody.
All the sneaky tricks.
All right, how do we play this game?
All right, so we are the animators. We are trying to get these movies made. We do have a deadline, so we will see this clock ticking down towards the deadline to get both these movies made. Now, there are villains in all of the Disney movies.
Mm-hmm.
The villains do not want the movies made because the villains know how the movies end.
Yes.
Spoiler, they never end up good for the villains.
Yes.
So the villains are trying to keep you from getting these movies made, but we are going to do everything we can to get that animation done, get our characters in place, and then defeat the villains so that we can complete 2 movies. We each have one. I have 101 Dalmatians. And Jess, what have you got?
I've got Fantasia, the original from 1940.
Yes.
Yeah.
101 Dalmatians was in 1961. These years are important because the person who has the earliest made movie goes first. So this will be our first player.
And hello, Ben Osteen. Welcome in. He says, is Bob Iger a villain in the game?
I'm sure they record all things Disney, and I, for one, support.
No, these are just the villains made for each of the movies.
So we got some Cruella and
and the Chernabog.
That sounds.
Which is okay. Let me just show y'all this dude. When I originally watched this movie, no, I did not watch it in 1940. I'm not that old. But I do remember watching this on VHS and being scared out of my mind because, spoiler alert, I thought he killed Mickey. Because Mickey was Sorcerer's Apprentice, right? And so I was legit scared of this guy. Like, he was a legit villain to me. Cruella DeVille, to me, yes, she was creepy and she wanted to kill puppies and that wasn't cool with me. But she just looked like a cranky old lady, basically. And so I didn't fear her in a way. I just thought she was evil. But this guy, like, if he came at night and, like, knocked at my door or whatever, no thanks. So, yeah. I am VHS old. Yeah.
All right, so we are animators. What we're going to be doing on our turns is selecting one of these 5 actions to do. Background, ink and paint, magic, sound, and animation. What each of them do is affect us developing our movies or getting the resources to animate our movies. So for example, background. Oh, and what's critical is paying attention to the number value where the action is, because that determines the strength of the action. So the higher up the track, the stronger the action will be, but you got to kind of do the one you need to do. But you also have to know what your partner is going to want to do, because maybe it'll be better for them if you kind of take out one from above so something they need to do slides up. Because as you take your action, you're going to move it out of the slot that it's in, move all the others up to get a little stronger, and then the one you just did goes all the way down to 1 to become the weakest possible action. All right, so what are we going to be doing? Background. This is one of the first things that we can do, and that is about developing the backgrounds animations of our movies. These are critical to an animated movie, right? So we each have all these pieces. You can kind of see mine down here in the corner. Jess's down here in the corner. They came out of this slot. They are various sizes, polyominoes, 1, 2s, 3s, or 4s. And the value of the action, wherever it is at when you take it, determines how many squares big the piece that you can put into your background is. So currently it's only a 1. That means only a 1 square piece can be played. If it was all the way up at 4, I could put in my big whopping 4 piece. For me, it's a Z. I think Jess has a square. Or I could put in a 3 and a 1 or 2 2s, however I want to spend that value of 4. Okay? When we develop these backgrounds, we're trying to do that because that's one of the things that we have to achieve before the end of the game. We have to get all of the background done. But when we get a background section done, we have characters that we're going to be able to place in there, and that's going to develop some player powers that we'll talk about later. But so you may want to focus in one particular third of the background so that you could get that particular character in play quickly. But we'll see how that all works out because we actually haven't played this yet. This is going to be our very first play. Okay, so background. Getting pieces in here based on the value of how many squares you can cover. Ink and paint. This is pulling paint or ink from this grid up here. The value where it's at determines the values here of how many paints you can take. So again, you can break this up. You could either decide to take 1, 2. So I could take 1 paint from this particular row. This is the 2 value row. Or let's say this was a 4. I could take a 3 and a 1. I could take a 4, a couple 2s, however I want to break that up. I will take those paints and I'll put them into my little area to use for a couple of different things. One, getting my characters in play. Once I've got their background done, I can spend some paints to get them on, and then I will have that power. Also, at the very end, our villain needs particular paints in order to be put into the animation. So there are ones that are on the back of our little player sheet here. And also there's some calamities, bad things that are happening by the villains, and we can try to counteract some of them, and some of them will require a particular color of paint. So if we have it, we can turn it in to remove that calamity, and that will lessen the villain's effects at the end of the round. So ink and paint, we grab from up here. Once we have finished grabbing all the paints that we are going to grab for whatever value we have available, we will slide them down at the end. You do not pull one, slide it, pull something else, slide it.
Ah, dang it. Because I see this wild up here and I'm like,
Yeah, it's going to take a little while. And these are all randomly placed at first as well as the actions.
Yeah.
So sometimes you may get lucky and there might be a wild down at the bottom, but no, didn't really work out for us that way. But you can't just sit here taking ones and try to get to a value of 4 and just take the whole column. Doesn't work like that. So as gamers, that's definitely something that we would think to do.
Yes.
And they're specifically saying, no,
don't do that.
Nothing slides down until you've grabbed all of your paint.
Yeah.
All right, magic. This is a special one. There are magic tokens. We each start with 1, but there's a bunch more, and there are ways that we can get these throughout the game. This means we can do any of the other 4 actions at the value that the magic is at. So I could turn in my magic token. to take this action, and I would get a value 3 of one of the other 4 actions. Okay, so not too tough, but harder to do because you only have so many of those tokens available to you at a given time, and you have to turn in the token. Okay, sound. We each have a unique sound action.
Hence the asymmetrical player power.
Yes. So in addition to the different characters that we have that do different things, we have some sound actions that are different. Because the sound to each movie is definitely different. It's the iconic music that goes with these things. So for my sound, I have, I can take up to X value of black, white, or wild paint tokens. For each paint token that I take, I can give a Canine Crunchies token to any player. And I got these little Canine Crunchies bones.
Cute.
6 of them. And we'll talk about why these tokens are important. But basically, for my sound action, I get to do 2 things. I get to take paint, so I have a pretty good ability to get a lot of paint in play, but only black, white, or wild, and it's at the value of wherever the sound action is at. So I can take up to 4 of that. So not too bad. What's your sound action?
So I have the Sorcerer's Apprentice. I place a music token on an X action tile that does not already have one. When a player selects an action tile with a music token, they may return the music token. If they do, they leave the action tile at its current space and do not slide the action tile this turn.
So that could be really cool for keeping something real good, real strong for both of us to be able to do. So Jess has 5 of those music tokens. And so basically she stops that movement back down to 1 with her sound action. All right, and lastly is animation. And animation is drawing from this deck here. We each start with 3 of these cards. The power or the value of the action determines how many cards we are going to get to draw. If it is at a 1 or a 2, we only get to draw 1 animation card. A 3 or a 4, we can draw 2 cards. And then if it's all the way up at a 5, we get to draw 3 animation cards. These animation cards have various icons on them. Teamwork flag, focus camera. Jess has an inspiration light bulb. There are certain calamities that want certain types of cards. For example, this calamity wants one of those inspiration light bulbs in order to get rid of it. So that would lessen what the villain could do with us. That's great. Also, once we have our characters in play, they have certain icon types of animation cards that they would like us to play in order to do their power. So that's a really cool thing that we might be able to want to develop. For example, Roger really wants these teamwork flags and allows me to give Canine Crunchy tokens to any player. We'll talk about those in just a second, but hey, I've got 2 of those. So maybe I want to try to develop Roger's area and get him in play as fast as possible.
Sure.
You know, so these cards are good for turning stuff in like that. They also have, I think it was, if I remember in the rules, any 3 cards can be used for one of another type.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Hey, Deadpan, welcome in.
Haley. Make sure I read that correctly. So that's a helpful thing in case you need a particular type of card. Oh, yeah. So you can discard 3 matching animation cards to count as any other. So they have to match in order to be one of something else.
Okay.
So those are the 5 actions. We will choose one of these. We will carry it out. Then we will move it down. We will move everything up to the right and move that one down to the very left number 1 slot. All right. After we have done that, we will spend any tokens that we have in order to carry out some of these actions, reverse a calamity, put our characters into play. So if we've got the paints that we need in order to, and we've built the background, we can put that character into play.
Okay.
All of that stuff happens at the end of our turn.
I also noticed that there are some symbols on our background. What is those?
Oh, yes. Thank you. We didn't talk about that when placing these backgrounds. So those are bonus actions of the particular type that's shown. So if I cover this spot, I get a bonus animation action.
Like you have to do that right away?
Yes, and it's carried out at the value that one is at that time.
Oh, okay.
There are also magic tokens. So these are ways that you can get more magic tokens by covering up those spots.
Okay.
I also have a bonus ink and paint. So that 101 Dalmatians is all about getting that ink in play. You have a bonus animation action, which is good. So we can get some more cards in play. And then you have a bonus sound. So yes, covering up those as we go through the background action gives us additional actions. Actions on actions.
Okay.
Okay, so these tokens, what are these? They have a little ability as well. We already know what Jess's is. Jess's frees these from moving, so you can leave them at the power that they're at. And is that optional?
No, it doesn't sound like it.
It doesn't sound optional.
It doesn't say may. It just says place.
When a player selects it with the music, they may return the music token if they do. Okay, so at least
you have to place one, but you don't have to.
You don't have to do the freeze part.
Yeah.
Right. So you can select the action, and if you want to leave it there, you can take the token off, and then you can leave that in place.
Right.
But then it does go off of it, and it's no longer on that tile.
Yeah.
All right. So my little canine crunchies here. Players may return one of these tokens to use it either as a wild paint or as a magic token.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. Wild paint is very useful, and magic tokens help you carry out that magic action a little easier. And I get to give these to people whenever I take the sound action.
Okay.
So, also some of my character actions do that. There was something else that magic tokens did.
Here.
Oh,
you discard a magic token to use the magic action as any action.
Yep.
Or you discard a magic token to use a character power instead of discarding the animation card.
Okay, so like I said, there are certain symbol cards that they want played in order to do that. If you don't happen to have one of those, you can use a magic token instead.
Yeah. And then it says sound actions, character powers, and calamity effects may also cause you to take or discard magic tokens. Okay.
So yeah, we'll get this all figured out as we go. Okay, so after we do our turn,
then
we
the
move
villain turns.
the deadline up one.
I thought the villain goes. Then
the first thing happens is the deadline.
Oh, the deadline moves first?
That's first.
Oh yeah, it does. Check the deadline.
Yes, there you
go.
Okay. So yes, the villain card has the actions that happen on their turn listed out. So that's great. Advance the deadline. Check your hand limit. You're not allowed to have more than 7 of the animation cards. If you have more than 7, you have to discard down.
Okay.
Okay. And then we carry out calamity effects. Calamity effects are unique to each villain, and they happen the amount of times as calamities that are left.
Okay.
The number of calamities that are in play, you'll see the little 2 up here, 2 calamity cards.
Mm-hmm.
That's determined by the player count and the difficulty level that you're going for. So in a 2-player standard difficulty level game, there will be 2 calamity cards out at each person's turn. The number that are left is determined by whether you were able to get rid of any of them and decided to get rid of any of them.
Okay.
And some of them say cannot remove. That means there's nothing you could do to get around that calamity. At least one calamity is going to happen at the end of your turn. So we'll carry out the text of the calamities, and then we will, if you are not able to carry out the text of the calamity, the deadline moves up again.
So this is permanent then? For the whole game?
No, just until the end of that turn. But I just can't do anything to get rid of it.
Oh, I see.
Before the villain.
I was like, that.
There will always be one. Yeah. No, that would be true. That would be really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just saying, hey, you can't do anything about this one. This one we can do something about.
Okay.
And then they'll go away, and then we'll fill back up to 2.
Okay.
For the next player's turn.
Okay.
With some of the calamity effects, it's going to tell you to like discard cards, get rid of tokens, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Both players, even if it's the villain's turn on your turn, like after you've completed your action, both of us can contribute to getting rid of things. Okay. So all players can decide how to break apart. Like, we got to discard 4 animation cards. Okay. Well, I got 2, or you know.
Sure.
We can break that stuff up.
Sure.
If it says collectively. Okay. Sorry. So we'll see if there's any that don't say collectively.
Okay.
Okay, and then after that, we will move the villain. So we will switch to the next villain for the next turn.
And so villains go after both of us go.
No, after. Oh, yes.
So we
After
each
all
take a
players
turn
have
and then the
taken a
villain
turn.
goes.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not like Pandemic where it's like you go, then the villain goes. You go, then the villain goes. Okay.
I was reading this the whole time when I was reading the rules before that we had 13 turns and that was it. I was like, how do you do this?
13 turns each.
Yes. So there are 13.
Okay.
Although this could move up a little faster.
Doable. That's
if
doable. Okay.
We can't carry out something. All right.
That's fine.
Let's get started.
Let's do this.
Last thing, defeating the villain. So on the back of our tiles, and you are allowed to look at this so you can kind of know what to anticipate, and it's good if you know yours as well. In order to defeat Cruella de Vil, once I've got my entire background filled in and all three characters, Anita, Pongo and Perdita, and Roger in place, I can then try to defeat Cruella. So to defeat Cruella on my turn, each player has to have at least one Canine Crunchies token.
Okay.
And I have to have a black paint, a white paint, an inspiration card, and a focus card.
Okay.
And if I can turn all of that in, then Cruella is defeated. The tile comes out of the game and goes on to this, and we no longer carry out her during any of the villain turns.
Okay.
If we get both Cruella and Chernabog defeated, Chernabog?
Yep.
Chernabog defeated, then we win the game.
Okay. So mine says, on your turn, if all 5 action tiles have a music token, you may then discard a blue paint, a purple paint, a teamwork and an inspiration.
Yeah.
So all of these have to be on action tiles.
And that's one reason why it's like, oh, maybe we don't want to pull that back and leave that action frozen. We may want to leave that token out there.
Eesh.
So,
sheesh.
I mean, in the beginning, it's probably going to be good to leave some of those real powerful ones up here.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Okay, so
me first.
You first. What are you looking at?
So I want to start. So, you know, in the phases, obviously, you want to build your backgrounds first, then put your cells on, like the order of ops, basically. Mm-hmm. Build your cells, build your background, then put your cells on. So I'm not really looking at paint right now. I'm looking more at background, which stinks.
It's the weakest power right now.
However, I'm thinking of turning in a magic token.
Okay.
So, wait. Do I have to turn in a magic token to take the magic action?
Yes.
Okay.
You cannot take the magic action if you do not have a magic token to turn in.
Okay.
And remember,
so
Canine Crunchies can be used as a magic token.
Okay. So I will use the magic token to do the magic action, which allows me to do one of the 4 at a value of 3. Correct? Okay. In that case, I want to put a background down, value of 3. Okay. So I have to I'm going to turn these over so I can see so I know which ones they are, just for me.
Is there a certain area that you're...
Well, I'm looking down here. This cell for this broom needs a focus in order to activate it, and some paint and things. Mm-hmm. So I already have focus cards. This one is that strength or something?
Yeah, I guess we haven't seen that.
Yeah.
There's a dumbbells.
Yeah. So, but I'm also looking at where can I place...
I don't know what that one is either.
Yeah, where can I place that might get me extra stuff right now? Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking, because I have 3, I can do right here, and then I'll give my magic token back.
Yeah.
Can I give you magic tokens? Can I have you use magic token? Can I hand it to you? You need...
I don't think just in general, but maybe when you gain that one. So let's see.
Okay.
If you place it that covers a magic, you may choose any player, including yourself, to immediately take it.
Okay. So that's what I'm thinking.
And also these actions. So it doesn't have to be you that takes that action.
Okay.
You can choose one of the other players to take it.
So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking one of these areas here of the value of 3, so I get a magic token back.
Sure.
Okay.
And then you're halfway to having this ability.
Right.
Each player may discard a magic token to draw 2 animation cards.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this here with this one.
So a 1 and a 2. And get your magic back.
Do you need a magic token?
I've got mine.
Okay. So you're okay.
I'm good right now.
These are like very... Ooh, they're wedged in there, y'all.
But it's not... Yeah, so it's one of those inset boards for the pieces. And there's the little like pop out, little cutout for your finger to get started. So they...
Sorry, I'm going to be like very persnickety about this.
All right, well, finish your turn and then you can worry about that.
Okay, so I did that. And then...
Okay, so you're doing the magic action.
Right.
So these slide up.
Okay. And then slide the action tiles, place or use characters, and remove calamity. Okay.
Would you like
to?
So
I would like to remove calamity because I have an inspiration card, not token, inspiration card.
And that's not a great card for us right now. Like none of our characters.
None of us need it.
Need inspiration.
Okay, so I'm going to discard this. So I discard this, and it goes to the bottom.
You make a discard pile.
Okay, so this is going to be a discard pile.
And we will shuffle through these because we'll go through a lot of them.
So that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
For my turns.
All right, so that is everything because you've used all the tokens that you can.
Yeah.
Great. All right, so my sound is not bad.
Okay.
Because I get to take paint, black, white, or wild paint tokens.
Yeah.
I get to take it at a value of 4.
So question, can you have as many paint tokens as you want? Is there a limit?
Not on that. So
okay, so just limit on cards.
Cards.
Okay. Because that would be kind of stinky if it was like, oh no, you can only do.
And it's not going to be a bad idea to have cards and paint because I'm guessing that some of these calamities are going to be get rid of cards. So,
okay.
And if you can't do it, then the deadline goes up.
Okay.
So one of us taking that animation and getting some cards in play, it's not a bad thing. Okay, so I'm going to take the sound action. So my sound action, take up to X value, so that was at 4, of black, white, or wild paint tokens.
Okay.
And for each paint token that I take, I can give a Canine Crunchies token to any player.
Oh.
So there's a wild at 3.
You don't have anything at nice. 1.
Oh, so there's no 1. So I can only take...
one thing.
Yeah. I can't get a...
You can't get double of anything.
Yeah, because all the black and whites are up at the top. But I can get this sliding down.
Okay. So you just take a wild.
So I took a wild.
Here, put it here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And then I get to hand out a Canine
Crunchies
actually,
you're supposed to have your tokens up there. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, you start with them down here. Because you can't do anything with these.
What's your tokens mean?
That's tokens that you have available. So your tokens down here, you're not allowed to use until you get them up here. So I forgot to tell you that.
How do you do that?
Either by taking them or being given them. So whenever you...
do my sound action?
Yep. Put it up here. Or if I give you a Canine Crunchies, it goes up here.
So I would have to take my sound action first to put it up here, and then the sound action again to put it out there.
I mean, I guess yours says play some music to it. This was the trickiest part of the rules as I was reading them.
Okay.
It wasn't the most clear thing to me.
Okay.
So here we go. Give or place your film's unique tokens according to the value of the sound action tile as explained on your action board. You may give a token to yourself.
Okay.
The tokens below your action board can't be used until you take a sound action to give or place them.
Okay.
Whenever a token is returned, place it back. Whenever you take or are given a token, place it above your action board.
So it does sound like...
So it does give or take. Yours says place.
But that says when you do the sound action.
That's why this one... This was the one thing in the rules that I didn't find totally clear.
So it says give or place your film's unique tokens according to the value of the sound action tile. So, okay, so we're moving these, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're moving these. So let's say, for example, I wanted to do the sound action. I would place this on a value 1.
Place a music token on X action tiles that don't... I think you get to do it on a count of tiles.
Okay.
So you get to do... If you do it here, you get to put 1 on 1 tile.
1 on 1 tile. But if it was at 4, I could do 4.
4 on 4 tiles.
Okay. But they would have to be up here first.
But see, that action says place a music token.
On the tile.
And this says... The tokens below your action board can't be used until you take an action
to action.
Give or place them. So you are doing this. They can't be used until you take an action to place them.
So your Canine Crunchies token could not be used yet. Is that what you're saying?
Well, what I'm saying, what this tells me to do is for give a Canine Crunchy token to any player. Give or place your film's unique token according to the value as explained on your action board. You may give a token to yourself. Tokens below your action board can't be used until you take a sound action to give or place them.
Okay, so now you're giving me a Crunchy token or give yourself one.
So your sound action, which is this, freeze this, it can't be done until you've placed it.
Uh-huh.
So you can place from here.
Okay.
I give... So I can give from here.
But it goes here.
It goes there. Yours don't go up there, though. They go on these tiles.
Okay.
You can't do this part until you've placed one in the appropriate place.
Okay.
Nobody can do this part
until
it's been given.
Okay.
Okay. I got it. I think we got it.
I think we got it. Okay.
So we take and we place or give from below.
Okay.
We use... from wherever they are at.
I see.
So they get used if they're up here.
Okay.
The Canine Crunchies. The music tokens get used if they are out here.
I see. Okay.
So it is a 2-step process.
Okay.
The first process is to put it out there. So you're next. So I can give that to you.
Okay.
You can have a Canine Crunchy.
Thank you. Do you want to remove Calamity?
There is no Calamity that we can do anything with right now.
Okay.
So we are now at the whim of the
Chernabog.
So the first thing we do is we raise...
Advance the deadline and check your hand limit.
I only have 3.
I only have 2.
Okay, so we are good.
And we have 1 Calamity. The Calamity effect activates. In any combination, remove 3 music tokens from action tiles or discard 3 cards from the animation deck. If any discarded cards match, advance the deadline.
Oh, no. Okay.
Jeeps. This is like pulling a pandemic or epidemic card.
All right, so we have no music tokens out here.
No.
And it says that we would have to remove 3 of them.
Yeah.
In order to
take
care of this Calamity.
That hurts.
So we can't do that. We have to do the second part, which is discard 3 cards from the deck. If any of these cards match, we advance the deadline.
Okay.
All right, so we have Heart.
Okay.
Grit.
Okay.
And Grit.
Oh,
no.
Crap. Okay, so this goes up 1.
Yep. Okay, so the Grit's matched, so the Calamity hit. All right, so now at the end, we move Chernabog to the bottom. We refresh the Calamity deck, so discard the...
This gets discarded?
Yep. When all have been discarded... Oh, because we discard them as we carry them out. Each time you complete the effect, discard 1 Calamity card. So we just carried out the effect, we discard that card.
Okay.
That's how you keep track of how many times you...
Oh my gosh, cannot remove. What the heck?
What is the 3?
What does the 3 mean? Last refresh card.
I've read it and I don't remember. Oh. Removing Calamity. There we go. Number. Select the action tile of the value shown to remove that Calamity. You remove... Okay, so that's right. So this, in order to remove this, we have to do the 3rd action.
Okay. Okay. So does first player rotate?
Nope.
Okay.
You will always be first player.
Okay.
All right, what would you like to do?
So I got a canine crunchies.
Oh, let's read what this calamity is so that we kind of know.
Sure. What does Cruella say?
Collectively discard 2 paint tokens or 1 canine crunchies token.
Okay. So we could hide. So that we know we can't remove this one. So maybe one of us keeps the canine crunchies.
We're either going to lose
available.
2 paints or 1 canine crunchies.
Okay. And then in order to remove the calamity, we'd have to do a 3. So a background value of 3. Hey,
that's not terrible.
That's not terrible. So, or animation and grabbing more cards. I guess I don't need cards right now, huh? Paint. Paint is at a 4, and I need yellow and purple. Ooh, actually. Do you want to do background?
Sure. I haven't started yet.
So I will do ink and paint, actually. And I have value of 4, so I need yellow and purple for these brooms.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a yellow 2 and a purple 2.
Okay.
And those go here?
Yeah, just keep them wherever.
Okay.
So that you know you've got them.
Okay. Well, no, you have your paint over here. I'm going to keep your paint over here.
I mean, I think it is supposed to technically be in this section that says your tokens.
Okay. Let's just play by the rules. All right, so then we slide this down.
Ooh, background just got stronger. Okay.
Okay. And then I can place or use characters to remove calamity.
So the only thing is going to be... Oh, this shifted. I guess I'm doing the magic.
Or, yeah, you can use... Yeah.
Yep.
Oops.
We forget about that movement part.
Dang it.
Oh, no, it's fine. Magic is fine. I have a token.
Okay. Your turns.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do me some magic.
And what are you gonna do as your action? Are you gonna do background? Because now you can do it at a value of 4.
No, it's the value of where magic was.
Oh, sorry. Value of 3.
It's still a 3. And yeah, I mean that progresses us, right?
Yeah.
And I could do something like get a magic token back, or I could start working on Anita.
And you get an animation at a level 5.
So that's pretty cool. And it doesn't shift to my knowledge. I think that stays right where it's at. So that could get a lot of cards in play. Okay. So I am going to do the background action.
Okay.
So it's at a level 3 because that's where magic was.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to start building out Anita's side of the living room. And that covered an animation action. So one of us gets to do an animation action at a level 5.
Uh-huh. Which is you draw 3 cards.
Just draw 3 cards. Guess it doesn't really...
It doesn't matter because we won't reach our hand limit.
Okay, so I'll draw.
Okay.
And that gets rid of that calamity because I took the 3 action.
Okay.
And I got some grit and some inspiration.
All right, so Cruella advances the deadline. Oh, jeeps. And her calamity effect, collectively discard 2 point tokens.
Paint.
Sorry. Or 1 canine crunchies. So I'm going to discard my canine crunchies.
Okay.
So where does that go? Back to the bottom?
Back to my unused.
Okay, and that removes this. And then move Cruella to the bottom and refresh calamity. Dang.
Okay, so now we need to get rid of a black and a white.
White paint and black paint. Okay. All right. So you have wild. That's collectively. Okay. Wild paint.
So I can get a hold of a black and a white
By taking your sound action?
With my sound action.
But no, it's a level 3.
As long as you take one of these two, which are probably good.
Okay.
Because those are both really strong.
Sure. Background at level 4. Ooh. If I did a background at level 4, I could do a 2 and 2 1s. Or 2 2s.
You could get this cell in place because you've got the paint that you need. So if you did both those.
How do I do the cell do I do the cell right away when it's done?
You do the cell as part of the last step of the round. So
I see.
You finish your background action completely.
Cool. Slivers! Hi.
Hey yo!
Alright, so I'm gonna do the background action.
Okay, so that's at power 4.
So I'm gonna do a 2 for.
That gets you a magic token. Nice.
A 1. And that's 3. And then I'll do the little baby one over here.
Okay.
Okay, so that's my background action. So then all of this slides up. This goes down here. And then, so I did the tiles to slide and then place or use. So I'm going to place my broom man. Okay,
so discard your paints.
Discard my purple. And so where does this go?
Back in here. And you start with the lowest level. So randomly choose one to go.
Okay. And
then the other would go into one of those two. Since they're on the same level, it's our choice. Okay, so you did that. You don't have any other...
We don't have any other extra actions yet. Nope.
And you immediately get to do this.
Oh, even though I don't have the card?
When you place it, you immediately get to do it.
Oh, that's cool.
And then after that, throughout the game,
you would have to discard the card or a magic token.
Yeah, and you can use them only once per round.
Okay. It says each player may discard a magic token to draw 2 animation cards.
I don't need to do that. That would put me over my limit.
I'll do that. Sure.
Okay. So you're drawing 2?
Correct. And I have heart. Oh, I got double hearts, like Mickey's heart.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right. So that moves sound up to 4, which is great because
you wanted to do the sound. Okay.
And I take up to value 4, because that's where that was, of black, white, or wild paint tokens.
Yep.
For each paint token that I take, I give a Canine Crunchies token to any player.
Okay.
So we got a black and a white.
And value 2.
At value 2.
Yeah.
We're going to need those over there.
Yep.
So that's great. So I'm going to take those 2.
Put them in your paint supply.
And then all of these will slide down.
And then...
So that gets purple and yellow.
You get to give 2 crunchies.
Yes. I took 2 paints. So my sound power means I give 2 out and to any way I want. So I'm just going to do 1 to each.
Okay.
Then
you move your sound.
Yeah.
Move everything up that way. Okay.
And players may return Canine Crunchies tokens to use it as wild paint or a magic token. So that's really great.
Okay.
All right. So that is the end of my turn. Oh, nope. Last thing I'm doing is turning in paint tokens. So I'm going to put white and black.
Oh, to get rid of the calamity.
Oh, I'm going to put the black over here now. Because you might be buying purple, yellow. Now I'll move it down. And I'm going to get rid of both these calamities.
Oh, you could do both?
Yep. You can do as many as you got the stuff for.
Oh, cool.
All right, so now we go into the villain phase, but ba-bam, we eliminated all the calamity for the round, so we still move this up.
Yeah.
We still check our hand for the limit.
I have 4.
I have 6, so we're both under the 7. We're
good
to go. But we do not have to do the calamity effect because there are none.
Yes, suck it, Chernobog. Yeah.
All right.
Now we've got a focus card.
Okay.
And we've got what is that one?
Teamwork
card.
So we got
I have a focus card.
Yeah, I got teamwork, so that's nice.
Okay, cool. All right.
And then Cruella's effect, discard 2 paint or 1 canine crunchies token.
Okay.
So
we each have canine crunchies. We're good on that. Okay, so I can get rid of one of the calamity at the end of my turn. If you want to get rid of the other calamity at the end of your turn.
Okay, easy enough.
Ooh, background is really, really low right now.
Yeah.
So I'm close to getting Mickey. Okay.
Do you want some
paint?
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if I should get some paint. So if I get red and blue. Ooh, if I get paint, because it's at a value of 4, I can get the purple, blue, and red. And that'll get red, blue, and purple over here. I think I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do the ink and paint, because then it's a value of 4. So I'm going to get this at a value of 2. This at a value of 1. That's 3. And then this at a value of 1. That is a total of 4.
Okay.
So then everything slides. And then that white goes all the way down. Okay. So then, so then I use that so everything slides over. And here you go. And then I can remove Calamity or place characters. I don't have anything to place yet. So I'm going to remove Calamity, turn in this Focus card, and get rid of this Focus Calamity. Okay. Pretty good, pretty good.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, it's smart. I need to do some
Wargaming Gee, hello. What's up? What's going on, man? Yes, we are having fun. This is your game. No way. No way. No way, Ashwin. No way. Did you design this game? You seriously did? No way. That's awesome. Look at, can I see the rulebook? Does it say? Does it say?
There's Prospero Hall. It says there.
Game was animated by Prospero. Oh, you worked on a Prospero Hall? That's so awesome, Ashwin.
That's cool.
Oh my gosh, dude. Dude. Yes, so far.
We're having some fun with it.
We're having fun. Yes. We were just sharing earlier on the stream how much we enjoyed going to Disneyland and going to the animation studio at Disneyland Park and things like that. So, yeah, it's good. It's good.
So I'm going to turn in my Canine Crunchies to use as a magic token. And I'm going to take the magic action.
Okay.
At value 4.
All right. So what do you want to use then? That is so cool.
So I think I'm going to do background because I've got to get this stuff. So I want to finish up Anita.
Okay. That's a value 2.
That's a 3.
Oh, that's a 3.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then I'll use the other one, to make that for the 4, which gets me a magic token. Okay. And then I don't have enough. I have a wild, but I don't have one of the other 2 paints to actually put her into play. But soon.
Okay.
And then once we've got her in play, we're going to start getting more and more paint.
Yeah. And so do you want to get rid of Calamity?
Yes. So that takes a teamwork.
Makes the dream work.
Discard. Avoid. Sorry, Cruella. Okay. So we advance.
Okay.
And
I have 3.
I have 5. She does no Calamity. And we are back to Chernobog.
Yes. All right. Background is at a good one.
So we need 2.
Oh, yes.
Calamities out.
And now we got to shuffle.
Chernobog is...
Ooh, so we need inspiration and activate value 3.
Okay.
Okay. So that's sound.
I would not be...
Ooh.
Do you want to do your sound?
So I was gonna say maybe I do the sound, and then because I need to start putting tokens out for what's his butt to do things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe I do that.
So that gets 3 out.
Yeah. And then what do we have to do? Remove 3 music tokens or discard 3 cards from the animation deck. Oof. Ugh. Okay, well, you know what? I'll do it. I'll do it, though. So let's do this. So I'm going to do my sound action.
Okay, set.
And then that gets rid of that calamity. And then that means I can place my 3. What do you want to do?
Well, are we going to get rid of all of them to prevent Chernobog from doing anything?
Well,
so I'm just saying that it wouldn't really matter because I won't get off.
Oh, okay.
Because otherwise we have to flip 3 on here and pray that none of them match.
Yeah.
So that we don't advance our deadline.
So do you want me to still do this then?
I mean, it's not a real sexy action, but it prevents everything from happening, and I can prevent that.
Yeah.
So we would have...
Okay. SB, no thank you, babe. Okay. So then if I did these. No.
Yeah, just throw it out there.
Okay.
I think we're going to be losing them all.
Okay. So then that's this action. So then that discards, and then that. So they don't.
They don't move if you decide to take it off when you take that action.
Oh, got it. Okay, so they still move.
Yeah.
They still move. Panda says, hi, SB. Auntie Panda says, hi, baby. Okay. Then... Oh, so I already removed Calamity. Okay.
And you don't have all the paint yet. Although your token can be a wild paint. I mean, is this helpful at all? I don't need animation cards.
Wild paint. To draw 2 animation cards. No. No.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That was a great preventative turn. All right. So I will be discarding one of these cards to prevent that other calamity.
Yep.
So I'll do that at the end.
Okay. What do you want to do now?
So if I can get a hold of paint, I can get her in place.
Yeah.
Or backgrounds at 4. So I could do background, do this, and still do paint.
Yeah, that's a good action. It's like a combo.
So we'll do background.
Are you going to leave the music token on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't take away everything that you just did. So, but I get to put this 4 in place.
Then
which
you get
did an ink and paint action.
Level 3.
Which is a level 3. So
you need blue and white.
I need blue and white.
Which is great. You can do that.
Yep. So I can do 1 and 2, 3 for that action. And then everything slides up. Okay, and so for my end of turn, I am going to turn
down.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
I'm going to turn in the inspiration to get rid of this calamity. And then I am going to turn in this blue and white paint. So we will randomize. Which goes first? And put Anita in place. I immediately get to do Anita's action. Choose another player. You each draw an animation card or take a 1 value paint token.
I would much rather draw an animation card.
Okay. I will take a green paint token. Slide those down. That puts black and wild in.
Give me an animation token, please. Or card. Thank you.
Some grit.
All right. And that's the end of your turns?
That is the end of my turns.
All right. So advance the deadline. Gross. There's no calamity effects.
We're good.
We're all good there.
And all right. We're avoiding the calamity decently.
Yeah.
We both have 1/3 of our background and cell characters in place.
Yeah.
We're working on the others. So, all right, lovely. What you got? Oh, new calamities, please, for Cruella.
Teamwork makes the dream work, and some white paint.
So we are round 6.
Halfway through.
So teamwork and white
halfway through. Oh, okay. This is.
I have a teamwork.
Dang it. Okay, so question. I can do a magic token, do animation at a value of, or no, crap, background is at 1. Dagnabbit. Why is background so low? Because you did background. Dang it. Dang it. I guess I could do ink and paint so I can have enough to discard. Ink and paint, ink and paint. Okay. Yeah. Ink.
Oh.
What?
We put these 3 things out there because we're like, oh, we're going to lose them.
But we didn't because we got rid of the calamity.
Yeah.
That's okay because we need them for the end.
True. So they're in play, which is great.
We need them for the end. It's fine. We're playing hard mode. That's what we always do on these co-ops. Talk about all the times that we've done escape rooms and they're like, why did you like brute force this? Well, because that's how we are.
Please don't rip that off the wall.
Right.
Sorry.
Ink and paint, value 4. Okay, so I'm going to do, so I need, this is for Mickey. I need a yellow for the other.
That's 2.
That's a value 2. And then we need a white to get rid of this calamity.
3.
And then, I don't know.
Do you want that other purple?
Sure.
Because none of the other colors are
helpful.
Okay.
All right. So that was my actions. Move the tiles. And then this goes back. All right. And then I'm going to remove calamity by turning in a white. So that goes here. This gets discarded.
Okay. Nice.
And I don't have any teamwork, so I don't have any ones to do.
Do you have any desire to do this? Oh, no, we do this with cards, I forgot. Not paint.
No, I did it with a magic token.
Right.
You could do that with the magic token, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I kept thinking that it's paint to do the action. It's not the paint.
No, it's the card.
It's the card type. So
You
could turn in grit if you wanted more animation cards. But you'd have to discard a magic token to do that.
Oh, nah.
Yeah.
Well, wait. So, sorry, back that up. So let's say I did this second. This is what I was going to do first. Because I could do this. Because I had this card already.
Uh-huh.
Do this. Draw 2 animation cards and see if I get a teamwork to discard.
I mean, you can't. I have one.
I just want to do it.
Okay, go for it.
Let's see if I get teamwork. Heart? No! Inspiration. Darn. Okay. Well, it was worth a shot.
You can turn in 3 hearts to be a teamwork.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. Heart, heart, heart. Heart, heart, heart. Bam! Bam. I know this is a co-op, but that felt really good. All right, love.
All right.
Your turn.
So magic is up at
4. What did you want to do, though? Because you need to finish Roger.
Yeah, which would be great. And I've got the paints I need to get him in play.
Okay.
And he allows me to give out some canine crunchies, which would be great.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm turning in my magic token. I'm doing the magic action.
And you're going to do a background.
I'm going to do background at level 4.
Level 4.
So this is going to be a little bit wasteful, but it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Or do I
do this and then do this and then you get your magic token back.
I know, but if I do this, that truly is 4.
Nah, you already talked it out. You already have the paint for Roger.
Oh.
I know.
I need to second guess myself.
You have to. I have to do this at least once.
So that's 1, and this is scooch over.
Just wedge it.
No, we're just gonna set it because it doesn't. So that's 3. Get my magic token back. Okay, so that was my background.
Okay.
Action.
Then you're placing Roger.
I'm going to turn in wild and green paints.
Ooh, wild is cheap.
And we'll put that there.
Okay. Roger gets placed.
And then Roger gets placed. And this says, give a canine crunchies to any player.
Including yourself.
You have 1, so I'm going to give 1 to me.
Okay. Do you want to do...
I got 2/3 done.
I
think that's all I can do.
Okay. Do you want to use any character? Do you want to use Anita for anything?
You may each draw an animation card to take a value 1 paint. Oh, I could turn in grit. And we could get some paints. Because I need black and white.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to turn in grit. And I'm going to take black. Because I can take black or white, right?
Take a value 1.
Value 1. So I'm going to take the black.
That's it.
And then you can take a value 1.
If I want.
If you want.
Or draw an animation card.
Or draw an animation
I'm going to draw an animation card.
Okay.
Okay. So those slide down. Advance the deadline. Woo!
Round 7.
Okay.
Complete.
No calamity effects. So Cruella, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Nerd Incorrect is raiding. Oh my goodness. Welcome in, friends. Hello, hello. I'm going to pop up here really quickly.
What's up, Raiders?
Thank you so much for the raid. Hi, my name is Jess. I'm joined by my partner, David. And tonight we are playing Disney Animated from Prospero Hall, Funko Games. This is a cooperative game with asymmetrical player powers, and we are enjoying it very, very much. We are animating some classic Disney films. Thank you for the shout out there. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you all were having a fantastic evening. Were you doing some code names? I wonder. Let us know in the chat. For those that aren't aware, they were celebrating Tim's birthday. Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Tim.
Awesome. Whenever there's somebody in the verses, Feliz cumpleaños. I always have to sing the happy birthday song, but not the original one. I sing a different one. So I'm going to sing it.
Happy birthday to you.
No.
That one?
No. I did the little Stevie Wonder one. So, you ready? Are you ready, everybody? Here we go.
Pretend I'm Tim.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Dear Tim. Yeah! Woohoo! Hello, Derek. Welcome if you came over with the raid. For those that aren't familiar with me and my channel, I usually play tabletop board games and interactions with the chat. Occasionally do some crafting, do some digital gaming and things. You can catch me on Twitch right here 3 days a week. And also on some other...
It's like 4,
sometimes 5. Sometimes I have no idea. But yeah, you can catch me right here on Twitch. And if you want to follow me on the socials, you can find me everywhere at Jess_CCG. So there we go. All right, back to the game.
So let's start seeing some favorite Disney movies.
Yeah, let us know in the chat, friends.
Yeah, what do y'all enjoy?
All right, so we did that. We got to refresh a Calamity here. So
we're with Chernobog now?
Yes. Okay, I need to get some background going.
So for everybody coming in, this game is played by selecting one of these actions, and you get the power of where it's at on the 1 to 5 scale. So they get stronger as they move up, but then you have to slide it all the way back to the bottom. So the juicy stuff can then reset and be the weakest stuff, and you got to work to get things back up. And
yep.
So Jess is going to choose one of these to try to complete her animation cells and get her characters in place and then defeat the villains.
Yeah. So I'm thinking doing background. Yeah, I think I'm going to do some background because magic is poor right now at a very poor level. So I'm going to do the background at a value of 3, which will allow me to do this, which is not terrible. It's not great, but it does allow me to get rid of 1 calamity because this calamity needs to take the 3 action. So I'm going to do that and discard that.
Hey, cool.
So then
shall we discard the music token to leave it at 3?
So do you want it at 3? You need it at 4.
I mean, I need it at 4.
Yeah.
But you need it. So I could do like sound or animation or something like that.
I need 2s and 4s.
It gets it even higher for you next turn. So why don't we do that? Why don't we pull the star?
Okay.
So it'll stay at 3. And I'll take one of these 2. So on your next turn, this gets stronger.
No, so it stays at its current space.
Yeah. I will take one of these so that it will then slide up.
Oh, I see. Okay, so then this goes back here?
Yep.
Okay. And then that will stay where it's at.
Stay at 3.
Okay. Then I don't slide. I could use character powers or remove calamity, and I already removed calamity by doing that action. Do I want to do a player?
Ooh, I can get rid of the other one. I got a black.
Do I do a player power? I don't. I can use a canine crunchies if I wanted to as a magic token.
Or a wild paint.
Or a wild paint. But I don't think I want to do that. So I don't think I want to activate their power just yet. So, okay. I'm going to pause. All right.
Okay. So, do I want to do my sound? Maybe. Because I can get a hold of...
Well, you said...
a good amount
if I remember correctly, I can do one of these actions so then we can move the background up.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to decide which one.
Okay.
They're both so great.
Animation's been kind of stuck there for a bit.
It is not moved. We have not taken that action this entire time. And I think part of the problem is we don't have any bad guys that need cards.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing that's really eating our cards.
Because you discard the cards from the pile and not from your hand.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So this one just has... it's kind of logged up in there.
Right.
All right, so I'm going to do sound. So my sound is at a value of 4. I can take black, white, or wild paint tokens, and for each paint token that I take, I can give out a Canine Crunchies token.
Okay.
So, black, white, or wild. So there's quite a bit at level 4. So
wow.
I'm going to take a black for 1, a wild
for 2,
and a white for 3 and
Look
4.
Look at that.
That is 3 Canine Crunchies.
Ooh.
Because I took 3 paint tokens.
Okay.
So take 2 and give you one.
Okay.
And then so all these will now
slide with it.
Okay. And with all of this, I'm going to turn in one of my black paints.
Okay.
To get rid of that calamity.
Yep.
So we don't have to worry about anything there.
Yep.
And I think that is... I can do Roger, give a Canine Crunchies to any player. Oh, sure. So I'll turn in teamwork.
Give
to
me
activate
crunchies.
him to give you a third.
The crunchies.
So we have 3 each. And part of the reason I'm doing that is that gives you magic or wild paint, which is great.
Right.
Also, one of the villains wants crunchy tokens, so we could potentially get rid of those if we had to.
Right.
But also, remember, folks, what we're trying to do is ultimately defeat our villains. And what Cruella wants in order to be defeated is each player to have at least 1 crunchies token.
Yeah.
So we're spread out now. We're in pretty good shape heading towards that.
All right, so Chernabog moves up the deadline. We don't have any calamity.
Cards.
I only have 3 cards.
So we're well below our hand limit of 7.
Bam! Flippity gibbets.
All right, back to Cruella. And we need new calamities.
All right, so we've got a level 3
again.
action and an inspiration. So I have an inspiration. You have an inspiration.
So do.
I need to finish my background. Okay, so I think I'm going to finish it so I can get Sorcerer Mickey on the board. Okay, so I'm going to do...
Ooh,
what?
This piece has to be at a level 4 in order to achieve it.
Oh, good call. Good call.
Both of these you can do with level 2.
Yeah,
I know
and then I
tricky.
can do an animation. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Dang it.
I know.
I want to...
I know.
He's so cute. Come on.
I mean, it's not bad. Maybe go for it anyways because you can get rid of animation cards for magic tokens, which is great. So I'm just saying, I'm just throwing out options.
No.
You choose.
No.
Hey, they're both valid.
No. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do the 2.
Okay.
Because who knows, maybe
right.
magic will be moving up to 2. Okay, so a value of 4. So I'm going to do 2 placements here. I'm going to do this one here, which doesn't do any bonus actions. And then I'm going to do this one over here, which does a sound action. I'll just place it because they're supposed to kind of wedge in there, so it's a little precarious. So now we move these up. All right, and then this goes here. And then I do a sound action, which says place a music token on X number of tiles.
X equaling the power of sound.
Which is probably at 1.
Yeah.
It was probably going to be at 1. Okay, no, don't do that.
Yeah. So it was at 1.
Okay. I thought you were going to put the tile in place of it.
No.
Okay. Whatever. I don't know.
Okay. No, that's a good one.
And then when you select, do that. So we slide everything, use characters if we want. I don't have an action to do that. I can use a canine crunchy if I want to. Each player may discard a magic token to draw 2 animation cards. I don't feel like that's valuable. Oh, shoot.
The reason you did all this.
The reason I did all this, I'm like talking out all my turns because I wanted Mickey. So
you want Mickey.
I turn in red and blue. So I guess it doesn't matter because they're all going to go back here.
Okay.
And he goes in. Yeah, Mickey Mouse.
And you immediately get to do his power.
And his power says each player may discard an animation card to take a magic token. Hey.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And you're going to use that inspiration for that, right?
I can.
Okay. So I'm going to discard mine. Take a magic token, please. Okay. And then did I do value 3? No, I didn't. I did value 4. So we will have calamity.
Well, I can do magic.
Okay. So I'm not removing any calamity. I'm not using any player powers. And yeah. Oh, he's so cute. My goodness. All right. Your turn.
All right. So I will do the power 3 action. Magic. I will turn in my magic token in order to carry it out. I have... So do I want to do background?
Background right now is at a level 1.
Well, it's level 3 because it's where magic was.
Oh.
So I could get 1 piece in.
Yeah.
And that seems good. I mean, animation would also be good because I will have no cards, but
yeah,
I don't know that matters all that much. Background, right? So, okay, I am going to do background.
Okay.
So
at a level 3.
It only allows me to place one piece.
Okay.
But I am only one piece away from being done. Now, I am thinking... Oh, and I got rid of this because I did the level 3 action.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say, do I take this off to leave it at level 3? But I don't know that that's...
No.
Okay. I won't. So I'll slide those up. We'll leave the music token in place because that's what just needs to defeat her villain.
Mm-hmm.
And it finishes me carrying out. I can turn in things if I need to. I don't have those things.
Do you want to do any player powers?
To use a character's power, we can each draw an animation card or value one paint, or I can give out crunchies, which I don't have.
Okay.
Is there benefit to us each drawing an animation card?
I mean,
Yeah,
it'll give
we don't
you
have
cards.
a whole lot.
It'll give you cards.
So I can turn in a crunchies, and actually that might be good because then I'll have one here to be able to give out.
Yeah.
So I will turn in a crunchies
To activate.
to act as a magic token.
Yes.
And a magic token can activate the character power instead of turning in the card necessary because I don't have the card.
Correct.
So that was a very roundabout way of being
getting
able
cards.
to achieve Anita's power.
Yes.
Choose another player, and we each can draw an animation card or take a value one paint.
Me. Pick me.
Jess, I am going to draw a card. And I got a heart.
I would like a card.
And Jess would like a card. Let's get some more cards in play.
Card.
Jess has 3 focus cards, which can be turned in as
anything. And then
I'm
you're
going
going
to
to turn in
my inspiration to
or
get
the
rid of this
calamity. Bam.
All right, we're handling these two.
All right, so Cruella automatically moves up the deadline.
Okay. Ooh,
No
close.
calamity.
We're getting real close.
And we're getting close, y'all. We're getting close. But I feel like we're getting close, too.
Yeah, this is tight.
Oh, cannot remove. Oh, cannot remove.
Y'all, there's going to be some calamities happening at the end of
Double
this.
calamity. So,
all right,
remove
well, that means
any 3 music tokens or discard 3 cards if any of them match we advance.
So
Ugh.
I have a feeling we're going to be doing one of each because we can't have 6.
Right.
So we can only take care of one.
Right. I need background, yo. Background. Oh, that's not helpful. Because I have enough paint. I have enough paint for it. And I need a level 4 background. Maybe I'll do a sound.
Why don't we just start, getting rid of these things to move these up? Because we both need background to finish.
So I'm going to do sound at a value of 3.
Okay.
And I only have 2 tokens left.
So it'll go on to
one on
sound and one on background.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it says when a player selects an action tile with a music token, they can return it. If they do, they leave it at its current space. So I'm not going to do that. More so we can slide things up. All right. And I can't remove calamity. I can place characters if I want to because I have 3 of the same kind of card, so I can turn them in for 1 card. So I could do Sorcerer Mickey, where it says each player may discard an animation card to take a magic token. Which
you
would
could also use a crunchy to do that if you want to hold on to your cards.
Or each player may discard a magic token to draw 2 animation cards. Do any of those help you?
I mean, getting some more cards in play is not bad because we've got paint, we've got magic tokens, we've got crunchies.
Okay.
We don't have very many cards. It was funny, we were just talking 2 seconds ago about how unimportant cards are. But
now it is.
Now we've gone through a lot of them. So
okay, so let's activate here.
Sure.
Each player may discard a magic token to draw 2.
Okay.
So I'm going to discard my crunchy. That goes here.
Yep.
And then I draw 2.
Draw 2.
Heart and heart. Oh, that's good, because hopefully...
I'm going to discard a crunchy as well and draw 2.
Teamwork. And teamwork. Oh, gosh.
Wow, you know what's funny is when we have to draw cards for this calamity, matches trigger deadline advancement.
Right.
We just knocked out 2 matches.
Right, but
So
I'm worried.
I'm
I'm hoping that I shuffled these.
Did we get those matches out of the way?
Okay, so that was your turn.
No, that was your turn. You did this.
Right. Okay. And then I couldn't remove calamity, so okay. Now it's your turn.
All
yes,
done?
yes.
Okay. So I need to get these up so that we can get, because we got to get you to background.
I would like to suggest that you take the animation action.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because that's been stuck at 5.
We got to take it at least once.
Forever.
All right, one of the 2 of us can draw 3 cards because that was at power 5.
Okay.
So I will draw because you've already got.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got max or almost max.
Okay, so those would have been perfect for Gurden Chernenbog.
Gurden Murder.
There was no matches in that set. If we had drawn those 3 for him, we would have been
Watch,
clear.
we're gonna get 3 of a kind. It's gonna be ridiculous.
All right, but we're in good shape.
It's gonna be ridiculous. No.
We're so good. We're so good.
All right.
Okay, so I can give out some crunchies. So I'm going to turn in a teamwork to activate Roger.
Okay.
Give the canine crunchies to another player. I'll give it to my... Oh, it says to any player.
Yeah.
Give it to myself. We both have 2.
Yep.
Anita, we can each draw an animation card or take a value 1 paint. I don't know. I mean, I need a black and a white and a black and a white. So I do need another paint.
Okay.
I do have a grit. So I'm going to turn in a grit and I'm going to take a black because I do need that.
Yep.
Do you want to draw an animation card or take a value 1 paint?
Oh, any of us can do it. I don't need
we
to.
Both get to.
No, I don't need to.
But I mean, you just get to.
Oh, and I can turn that in any paint to do something?
What paints do you need for...
Oh, that's right. What paints do I need for this side?
For Chernobog.
Blue and purple. Oh, I guess I can take a blue.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take the
blue. So there's a value 1 blue.
Okay.
And then these will slide down. Okay, so I turned in the grit to activate Anita.
Yep.
Calamity. You can only activate each character once per round, so.
Yep. Calamity, here's where it gets hairy.
And so we've done a really good job at not activating any calamities up until this point because we've been able to turn the stuff in that they require, but each villain has a card that you cannot
remove until after the phase.
And we got both of them on the same
So do we remove 3 music tokens or do we press our luck and try for matches?
So, I need 2 background.
Okay.
Which could be achieved with either magic or background.
Yep.
I've got the paint.
Yep.
To put Pongo and Perdita in.
Yep.
Then I get to advance to Cruella and...
Does that happen immediately?
On your turn, if each player has at least one of the... yes, I believe it is
on
also...
the same turn?
I believe this can all be done because this is part of the player use characters stuffs.
Because I have to have a background 4 to place this. I have to have a background 4.
To complete your film, you need to finish placing your background. As soon as you've placed all background tiles and 3 character cards, flip your action board.
Okay.
To place the villain, you must meet the condition written on there and discard the paints in it. You can do this at any time during the last step of your turn.
Okay.
So yes, you can do all of this on one turn. So I have
You have all the stuff.
Everything that I...
So,
oh, no, I don't.
Let's see.
I do not have that, but I believe a crunchy token can be used as...
No.
Oh,
Not as a card. Not as a card.
So I don't have the inspiration card.
Oh, yeah. I don't have either of the cards I need either. So...
Okay, so we're not quite done.
I guess
we do want to get rid of 3 of the sound symbols because we don't want to take 2 deadline bump ups if we get matches here. That's my thought.
Oh, man.
We can only... my thought is we can only risk 1.
Okay.
I mean, sound is going to shoot up.
It's just so beautiful.
I know.
It's so beautiful. All right, take 3. Take 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to take 3. Fine. This. Ugh, terrible. Okay. So.
Okay, so that was 1. We still have to do the other one. So taking 3 did 1 of his calamities.
Oh, okay.
Now we do the other one.
Okay.
And that's flip 3 cards. And if there are any matches, then the deadline advances. Focus. Teamwork.
Yeah!
Inspiration! All right. But I really needed that inspiration card.
Okay. So
Or teamwork card. That works too.
That's fine. That's fine.
Whew. Okay, here we go.
Oh gosh, we need inspiration and
the
focus.
things that I need to defeat Cruella.
I have focus. I could do that.
Okay.
All right, so I'm definitely doing background.
Okay, do it.
Definitely doing background. And it's a level 4.
This
and that
feels
means I'm gonna go
balanced
this
pretty
here.
well. Like we're coming
animation.
down to it.
So I do an animation. I do it immediately. Do an animation effect, which is at level 1.
So you get to draw a card, or one of us gets to draw a card.
Teamwork. Nice.
Well, I would take it.
Let's just say I did it to you. Okay, I'm not gonna remove this yet, so I'm gonna slide.
Sippity slide.
This goes here. Placing my other magic broom. Discard yellow and purple, which are gonna go here.
Nice.
And then I immediately take the action. Place a music token on the magic action tile, unless it already has one. Then swap it with the 5 value action tile.
Oh, dope.
So this goes here, and then this swaps.
All right.
Cool. Okay, and then removing calamity. I'm going to turn in 1 focus to get rid of this calamity.
Okay.
Okay, and that is my thing. What? Book of Nerds. Audio only, lurking while at work. What are you doing, John? Hey, John. John. Hey.
Okay, so I also need background.
Thanks for the work, Lurk, John.
It really hurts to use magic at level 5 to play a 2, but it like carries everything out.
Oh, so I have all of these, so I can flip this now.
Yes. So you are on that. Do you have... Oh, you needed that. Oh, but you also need the light bulb. So we need to draw cards.
So do I place them now or not yet?
Place what now?
Place Chernobog now?
Only if you have all the things.
Oh, okay.
You've got the paints, but you don't have
The cards. Yeah. Okay. So you gotta finish it. Let's just finish it. I know it stinks.
It stinks so bad.
It stinks. Because your background value is 2.
Yeah, I only need 2. I mean, should I draw cards and leave the 5 there for you, and then I can do my background on my next turn?
I don't know if we'll get a next turn.
Because you're gonna...
Oh, yeah, well, you need cards to see if we can discard this calamity. So Yeah, that's what I'll say. Sorry, that's what I'm going to say.
Because, I mean, well, I was going to do this.
That's what I'm saying. Get cards to hopefully discard this.
Okay, so I'm going to do animation.
Yeah.
Which was at a value 2, which allows me to draw 1 card.
Hey!
Which is an
inspiration.
Which is good.
Hey, Lady T, what's up?
Hey, Lady T's in the house. All right. So I drew my card. Slide these up. Put that there. We'll wait on that. And then place any kind of... I don't have anything to
Do you want to do any of your character actions?
Oh, maybe.
Character
I
actions.
can do Roger to give out crunchies, or I can do Anita to draw...
Paint.
Each of us can draw another card.
Okay.
So I could turn in these, because I need these two. Oh, I could turn in these for that.
No, you use that for that.
Guess 6 of 1 now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't activate. Oh, I could do it this way with the bones.
You can activate.
Okay,
you can activate 1 teamwork for Roger, and you can activate a canine crunchy for Anita if you wanted to do both.
But I'm trying to hold on to. I want to hold on to these two.
Okay.
I'll turn in
those 3 as 1 to get rid of the calamity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turning in those, get rid of that.
Okay.
But I'm gonna turn in
shuffle
one of my crunchies.
For what?
To activate, because a magic token can activate a character power, right? Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna activate Anita, which allows drawing a card. She gave me a heart, and you can also either draw a card or take a level 1 paint.
I don't want paint. Give me a card, please. It's not what I wanted.
Okay.
All right, so no calamity, nothing happens with Cruella.
So we advance the deadline.
And we do this.
Check our hand limits.
I'm good.
We got a cannot remove and take level 3 action.
Okay, so...
Oh, if you take the level 3 action...
Yeah.
That sounds great. And then I do the background?
Yeah. So I'm going to do level 3, which is a sound, which is great because I can place the action tiles. So I'm going to do this and this. I don't already have one. And then we're moving everything up, right?
You don't have everything you need.
I don't have everything I need, but I took the 3.
You took the 3.
And then I'm going to see if I can do... I can discard magic to take 2 cards. Perfect. Each player can. So if you wanted to.
Okay, yeah.
Because I can turn in either a grit and a magic token. So I'm going to do that. So do this and my magic token. I'm going to take 2 cards. Come on, inspiration and teamwork.
Oh, close.
Dang it. Okay, so then I do that. Do
so
I want to
do... I'm also going to turn mine in to draw 2.
Okay.
So I got
I also can do
and grit.
Place a music token. I don't want to do that one. That one doesn't help me right now. Each player may discard an animation card to take a magic token. No. Dang it. I can only do this once. Dang.
Yeah, you can only do it once.
Okay. Okay, well, that's fine, I guess.
So you don't have the cards you need. We got to survive for another round.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have the cards you need?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to do background.
So I'm going to do background.
Do not remove my token.
Chernobog's just going to make you remove it.
Shrink wrapping, use games. Ooh, nice.
All right. So I'm doing background at level 3. That allows me to slide in this last piece.
Yep. Pongo and Perdita get on the thing.
And that's all for that. These slide up.
What we got put
there. Yeah, I'm just carrying out we slide, then I can start doing everything I need to do. Okay, so I can discard a black and a white.
Mm-hmm.
To put
Pongo and Perdita
in place.
And then what does their action say?
So immediately I get to do their action. For each black or white paint token on the studio board, which is 3, reveal a card from the animation deck, choose one to take and discard the rest.
Ooh.
There's only 2, so we're going to do
shuffle. Little shuffles. Ooh, we're so close.
What stinks though is you need this. I don't need any more cards.
Do you have all the cards you need?
I do. But I can try and activate some of this other stuff as well and see if we can't get you. Because if we can get you at least with some 3, what do you need? You need a teamwork and an inspiration.
Yeah, I just need an
inspiration. So if we can get you a heart or a focus or an inspiration, then you're in good shape.
Yeah.
Okay.
So can you activate Anita for me?
Yes, I will.
Because you don't need her.
So first we're going to do Pongo and Perdita.
Yeah. Draw 3, choose 1.
All right, let's do this. So we draw 3. We got inspiration, focus, grit. So don't really care. I'll just do inspiration. So I feel super duper inspired.
Okay. Discard those others.
Discard those.
All right.
Okay, now I'm going to turn in this grit card.
Yep.
To activate Anita. Choose another player. We each can draw an animation card or take a value 1 paint.
Okay.
So, go for it. Come on, inspiration thingy or thingy.
Yeah!
Oh! Okay, that's what she needs to finish off her.
Yes!
And then
yes!
I'm drawing a card. I got a grid again.
Cool.
And...
Cool.
Okay, so Pongo and Perdita are in place. That means...
Little bitty gibbets.
I finished my background. I got all 3 characters in place. I'm ready to take on the villain. The Cruella needs a black, a white. I have a black and a wild.
Okay.
An inspiration card.
Yep.
And a focus card.
Yep. Then you put her... She has... There.
She is...
In place.
In my movie.
All right. All right. That's right. Okay, so we are done with that movie.
101 Dalmatians has been saved.
So, cannot remove...
Close. Okay, so that is the end of my turn.
Yes.
Oh, and I forgot the other piece that I had to check, but we made sure it was in place. Each player needed to have one of the Canine Crunchies, and that was true.
Yes. Okay, so we have 1 calamity that we could not remove. For any combination, remove 3 music tokens, which we're not going to do, or discard 3 cards from the animation deck.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, did we move that deadline up? We did not yet.
No. So this is it. This is it.
Well, then
a match.
We need to remove 3.
Why? Oh, so we can win? No, I can't win. I need 3. And sound is down here.
But magic is up here.
Okay.
Can you do it? Do you have...
I have all the stuff.
Okay.
I have all the stuff I need, so I guess remove...
Let's not do the deadline, because I think we would immediately lose.
Okay, so we'll just remove 3.
Yep. And you just have to put them back. So now he stays. Chernobog just remains.
Oh, right. And then it goes away. And then we got more of it.
Oh my gosh.
More calamity. Okay. All right, so it's my turn.
Yes.
But we do have to resolve his card, though, don't we?
No, because you're going to remove him and put him there.
Okay.
So if you do that before the villain round, game over, man.
Okay, so I'm going to do magic. Magic at a value of 5.
Turn in
crunchy, because we don't need it anymore. And do this, right?
Yep.
And then that does magic. So I did a sound action. So everybody knows what I did.
Yeah.
Sound action at a value of 5, which I'm placing the music tiles. Okay. And then when a player selects an extra tile with music, they don't do that. Then I'm going to all five tiles have the music tokens.
So that's true.
Okay, then I discard a blue And a purple.
Got it.
And a teamwork. And an inspiration. And Turnabog is better in Fantasia.
Whew.
He is locked away in the film.
That was close.
And we are one round away, everybody.
This was it. Like
we did it. Yeah, we did it.
If we couldn't have done it in this round,
yeah, because I had
over.
no card to discard. Did you have a teamwork to discard? No.
No, and I didn't have 3 of the same, so.
Crazy. Whew. That was good. That was standard. That was standard mode. I felt that was a good enough tension. Yeah.
That was so close. Yeah, and it's like, love, you're going to have to remove those stars. I don't want to remove the stars.
I don't want to remove them.
You're going to have to, otherwise we lose.
I know.
I mean, maybe we wouldn't have lost because we would have taken the chance at flipping the cards.
Right.
But it was like,
Yeah. No, that was some good tension. That was some good tension. All right. Yeah. What'd you think? First playthrough.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yes. I love the art. It's got that, 50s Disney vibe, when they're drawing the animation.
The old school animation, which I wish they made more movies of. Because everything's all 3D
and it's got
CGI now.
Modern, it's got Aladdin in it, right? That's one of the...
Yeah, so it's got Aladdin, Alice in Wonderland, and Snow White. So those are the 5 that you can choose from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I agree. I forgot who was mentioning it earlier, but talking about this sliding action selection.
Yeah.
It's really good. Like, you have to really think about the fact that when you take an action, like I'm planning on that action being at some point, and then you take it and it slides up and it's like, oh, is that okay? Because now it's not where I was thinking it was going to be.
Right.
So you do have to kind of be thinking like what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It was interesting that these, in our game with the 2 movies that we were making, these cards didn't feel all that important through like the first 75% of the game. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh shoot,
I need that card.
Important. We need certain things. So it was interesting
and
to
I'm
see
glad
that
you mentioned like, oh, we need this stuff. Because at first I was just like, well, I'm just focusing on my board.
Right.
Not realizing that you also needed something on the other side of your board to make it happen.
And you're like, I got to build all the background. Well, it's like, sure, you want to build some of the background, but you want to get these characters in place because they give you some stuff.
Yeah, I realize now that I probably should have done this one because it says place a music token on the magic and then swap it with the 5 spot. So the magic would have been here instead of having animation stuck there forever. Because we were like, I don't need that.
Yeah.
Forget it.
The trickier thing, right, is though that's where your 4 size one is. Right. Which is
valuable.
Tough. You got to wait till background gets up to the 4.
Yeah.
So they really do make you think about how this is all going to work. So yeah, I like the calamities. I like that this makes it harder.
Right. And I like how it's focused per movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have, the 101 Dalmatians was a lot about paint. Like you can get a lot of paint going, which was cool.
Yeah. This one had a lot to do with your magic tokens, using magic tokens, and then also placing your music tokens out.
Yeah. Using magic, but then also ways to get magic,
right?
Which is cool.
And I think this was a good pairing between the 2 because you could use a Canine Crunchies token as a magic token. So that allowed us to do the extra abilities.
We were constantly able to do magic.
Yeah, which might not have happened if we had a different film to do. So
yeah, and it's one of those that feels really kind of casual and chill through the first half. You're like, okay, like we got time.
Right.
We're getting this done.
But then you don't realize that every villain turn, it moves it up.
Yeah, and potentially more than once.
And you're like, oh crap, like what was I supposed to do?
The villains do a good amount of undoing what you've been working to do.
Yeah.
Which that's always the fun tension in these games. It's like, oh, I did all that to work to make this happen, and then the villain just takes it.
Right.
So yeah. And I like how this all feels very thematic. You build a background, you're putting the character cells on it, which is just
and the paint required, you're like, that makes sense. I need red and blue paint for Mickey, obviously. And you need black and white paint for the dogs, so obviously.
And the green and black to create Roger.
Yeah.
I liked it.
It was good.
Fun.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see like how it plays with multiple players and if we play different films.
Yeah, could you imagine? I mean, with 2 players, this is very easy to know where things are going to be.
Right.
In 3 and 4 player, I'm assuming
I think it's a
4-player game.
2 to 4, yeah.
Yeah, like this is going to rotate so much that you'll really be breaking your brain trying to think of like where's
when does
that
it come into play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that seeing this chaos change, and also the fact that all of the tokens are limited. You know, a lot of games tokens are unlimited. So if you run out of something, you know, the instructions say like use something that makes sense in place of it.
Yeah.
Not in this game. If you run out of magic tokens because everybody has them, you're out of magic tokens.
Yeah.
If you run out of this paint because everybody's got it, then you're out of the paint. So you have to think about like, do I really need the paint?
Yeah.
You know, should I turn it in?
Yeah.
What do I need to hold on to?
And there's only 2 wild paints out there too. So, you know, if somebody's like, oh, sweet, I have like 4-level paint, like they can just wipe out this whole row. And you're just like, well, dang it. Like, you know, I really needed green and you took all my green.
Where's all the green?
So,
it looks like there's 2 of each color plus 2 wilds.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very cool. Let's get back up to the top here.
That was fun. Did you like it?
Yes, I did. I definitely felt like it was a good enough tension because like you weren't sure when it comes to like these cooperative games, especially when you're doing IPs like Disney or something like that. Sometimes they might be on the lighter side, but I felt that there was just enough like, oh shoot, like really making you think of the decisions. It didn't come easily. So there were times I think, and both of us had turns where we were like, oh, I really want to do this action. But then one of the other of us would go, well, if you did that, then that would really hose me. And then, you know, so definitely a lot of talking about it. I would be curious to see how it plays at the harder level difficulty.
Yeah. And I'd really like to try it with
at 3 or 4. Yeah.
I would say, you know, is it Prospero Hall that also did Horrified?
I believe so. I believe so. Yeah.
Horrified, I love the theme. I love those old monsters and everything.
Yeah, they're coming out with the Greek monsters now.
I love the look of the board. And Horrified's really fun. Horrified feels very light.
Yeah.
This feels like it's still not super heavy. Mm-hmm. Like we've got some other co-ops that I feel are heavier than this. But this takes that heaviness level up a little bit. There's a little bit more trickiness and thought to this that I think really, I probably would say after this first play, I like this a little bit better than Horrified.
I'd be curious to have us play. Oh my gosh, we got another raid. Rock, what's going on, friend?
What's up, Raiders?
Hey, how was your game of Furnace? I think you're playing Furnace tonight.
Oh, that's a fun one.
We enjoy Furnace.
That's
awesome.
A cool little engine builder.
Give a little shout out to our friend Rolling with Rock. He's an awesome part of this community. We appreciate everything that he does. He's doing this month for, usually it's called Rocktober, but this month he's going to prepare for Awkwardtober. I don't know how you say it, but he's playing all games from Arcane Wonders, kind of leading up to
Octane.
No, it's like awkward, but October. I don't know how you say it. Anyway, so every
he's
stream,
play some games.
It's
going to be October.
He's doing. Anyway,
you do the math.
It's fine. So
fish or cut bait.
So yeah, we're just chatting. Board Gaming Brie, yes, October has been awesome. AW for Arcane Wonders. Yeah.
Hey,
so,
all right.
Awesome.
I got you. I see what you did there.
Clever title. So we were just playing some Disney animated, and we just finished. We completed it. We won the game. It's
the villains have been locked into their films.
Yes.
They will be defeated. And so we were just giving our feedback and our thoughts on it. So for those that aren't familiar with who I am and what I do, my name's Jess. This is my partner David, and I stream often on Twitch here.
usually 3 to 4 days a week, playing tabletop games and interactions with the chat. Monday evenings are a little bit of a variety, whether it's going to be myself and David playing a 2-player game of some kind, or Community Connections, where I'm joined by my co-hosts Joe and Abby from the House of Meeple, and we talk to people in the industry, or the Adequate 4, which is myself, Joe from Fandom Meeple, and the siblings Maycac from Room 51, where we all play board games together and cause shenanigans. So, so if you want to follow me on my schedule, you can see on the socials at Jess_CCG. Discord as well. You can find me there. Rock says, we did love Furnace, played with the expansion, finally beat Mrs. Rock at an economic game. Nice. Rock says, so Oktoberfest is a play on Oktoberfest, which primarily takes place in September, oddly enough. Hence, Oktoberfest in September. Rocktober will be separate. Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate it. I love everything over there. Whenever I can find some clever play on words, I'm all for it. So so we are just giving our final thoughts, and we're actually going to be sending everybody over to another raid. I'm thinking I'm sending over to Joe Sondow. Joe and Ambi usually do their puzzle games, and they look like they might be playing some Escape Room Simulator, which totally awesome. Totally awesome. I love it. So let's go over to Joe Sondow and give he and Ambi some love here. If you are a subscriber to the chat, to the channel, please feel free to use the CCG raid emotes. Otherwise, any basic emotes that you have for raiding would be appreciated. I'm also going to be back here on Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific, continuing on with my 3 weeks of cartographers. I got all the expansion maps from the Thunderworks game folks, and I'm super grateful for that. So catch me at 10 a.m. Pacific on Wednesday. You might also see me tomorrow morning on the Room 51 channel at 10 a.m. Pacific as well. Or 9:30, I don't know, sometime in the morning. 9:30, yes, sometime in the morning. It's Joe, Ambi, and Crystal. Awesome. So we love all of those folks. But yeah, until next time, friends, stay safe, enjoy your board games, be kind to one another, and we'll catch you all on the next stream. Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.